respected leaders, mothers, students, and my dear brothers and sisters. Today, we sit here not because we are weak, but because we are tired of silence, we are tired of injustice, we are tired of seeing our people suffer while the world look away. We have seen our houses burned down. We have seen our villages attacked. We have been under indiscriminate firing. We have been living under fear from the last almost 3 months. Students cannot go to their schools for their daily education. Instead, they have to take shelter at the church campus so that they can learn and compete the world. But still, they are under constant fear of being killed, constant fear of their villages being attacked. The failure to implement the 19th March MOU between the Kuki Working Committee UKRUL and Government of Manipur is not merely a political delay. It is a betrayal of trust, a betrayal of peace, and a betrayal of the Kuki-Zo people. After all that we have seen, our students still struggle for their basic documentations just because we cannot access the administrative offices that is in UKRUL. And this is exactly why the Kuki student organization UKRUL, in collaboration with the Kuki Women Union UKRUL, have staged this sit-in protest today to demand the implementation of the MOU between the government of Manipur and Working Committee UKRUL to be implemented at the earliest. We all know what have happened on 13th May. We have seen our pastors, servants of God, being ambushed and brutally killed. And after that very same day, number of Kuki-Zo men were abducted. And as we sit here today and talk about them, it's been 8 days. The government have done nothing to rescue those 14 hostages who are held captive by the NACNIM, NPO, and Senapati District Student Association. Today, we also cried out against the brutal kidnapping of 3 innocent Kuki-Zo students and 11 other Kuki-Zo men by SDSA, NACNIM, and NPO. These are not just names. Our brothers, our people. Their suffering is our suffering. Their fear is our fear. We are surrounded with uncertainty. We don't know whether those 14 men will be united with their families or not. We don't even know whether they are still alive or not. Yet, we still make our appeal to the government of Manipur and also the government of India to do all that is needed to safely release those 14 Kuki-Zo men from the hands of those hostile SDSA, NPO, and NACNIM. And while our people continue to face systematic atrocities in UKRUL and Kanjong district, we ask, how long must the Kuki-Zo people bleed before justice speaks? How long must we live under threats and fear and intimidation and violence simply because of our identity. We are Indian. That is our identity. However, this very identity gets questioned every now and then by every person who can speak against the Kuki-Zo people. Whatever they speak about our identity is not the truth. They are speaking just to fulfill their selfish goal, their selfish political aspirations. Let this gathering send a clear message to every authority, every armed group, and every institution. We refuse to be silenced. We refuse to live in fear. We refuse to let injustice become normal for the Kuki-Zo people. The Kuki-Zo people are not asking for your sympathy. Let it be known, we are not asking for sympathy. We are demanding justice, equality, dignity, security, and our rightful existence in India as the legitimate citizen of India. If our cries are ignored today, history will remember who remained silent while innocent people suffered. Our movement is peaceful, but our determination is unbreakable. Our voices may be suppressed, but they will never disappear. We stand united, we stand fearless, and we stand for truth. Release our people immediately. Implement the MOU. Stop the atrocities on minority Kuki-Zo people in Kamsong district and Ukhrul and in Manipur as a whole. This is our only ask at this hour. They say, justice delayed is justice denied. But Kuki-Zo people, our unity shall prevail. Long live justice. Long live the Kuki-Zo people. Long live the Kuki-Zo people. Thank you.